On this day, May 24th, 2017, this plane right in front of me, numbered November 708 Papa Victor, would never be the same after this pretty crazy event. So this plane that I'm currently in front of is the exact same plane that I'm going to be talking about in this story. It is a Twin Otter aircraft, and its job here at Paris Valley Airport in Riverside, California, is to, well, jump off skydivers. So the first bit of the day went without incident. She took off, went up into the sky, jumped off some skydivers, as you see right here, and then she landed, and she repeated this 7 more times. But on the 8th flight of the day, the owner of the airport, whose name is Pat, actually was now getting ready to train another pilot, and the plane that he chose to train him on was Papa Victor, right here. After Papa Victor took off from the runway, they managed to successfully jump off all the skydivers, so his training course was going pretty well, but they still had to make the landing on the northern strip of the runway, and the first bit of the landing went pretty well, but right about here is where things went terribly wrong. The original plan was the training pilot would just come into land and land on the tarmac and continue and go into the docking section, but that is not what actually happened. So let's tell you what actually happened. As Papa Victor was coming to land on the strip, right about here is where something unexpected happened. Papa Victor ran into a dust devil that was forming in that area, and because they ran into the dust devil, it created a wind shear, so Papa Victor's was forced downwards by the wind shear, and she slammed into the runway. And after she slammed into the runway, she bounced, and after she bounced, she leaned to the right at about a 45-degree angle before she continued down the runway. After Pat, who was inside the aircraft training the pilot, saw that the trainee was having some trouble, he quickly jumped in and is now currently in control of the aircraft. After Papa Victor smashed into the runway right here, and after he bounced, he landed right here, and because the aircraft was leaning at a 45-degree angle to the right, it caused Papa Victor to turn over the runway and into the dirt. And right here was where Papa Victor's right wing crashed into a fuel tank, and it ripped the wing right off, which accidentally caused Pat to put full throttle on the engine. But because only one engine was on the aircraft left at this time, it caused the aircraft to spin in a circle for a little bit before she finally came to rest right here on the tarmac. As the plane bounced on the runway, it caused the plane to turn into the dirt and turn over here, and there were a couple fuel tankers right here, and it turns out when Papa Victor came over, the wing clipped the fuel tank and it spun the aircraft around, and she came to rest right here on the runway. This is a photo taken one day after the accident, and you can see what happened to Papa Victor. Her nose was torn off after she spun in the circle, her right wing was torn off after she clipped the fuel tank, and you can see she's not in good shape. Now, if any of you watching have seen episode 3 of my On This Day in History On-Site series, then you will know November 708 Papa Victor is a replacement for November 141 Papa Victor after she crashed in 1992, killing 16 people. But if you look at this photo, wrecked November 708 Papa Victor looks very similar to wrecked November 141 Papa Victor. Coincidence? What do you think? After the accident, surprisingly, November 708 Papa Victor was repaired and put back into service. So, at least the story does have a happy ending. But one guy who did not have a happy ending was the trainee pilot, who was also supposed to be hired by Paris Airport, and this was his training flight to see if he could get hired, but let's just say he didn't get the job.